Hello, this is Corey Gerard coming back at you for another clear message to all the street gangs, part 3. Most street gangs weren't started by middle-aged nor elderly folks, but rather those more youthful than these two age ranges, which indicates that older responsible adults weren't persuasive enough in preventing younger persons in their communities from joining gangs, or those such older and wiser within urban communities did not provide those gang members with any other alternative preoccupation, which allows more choices to the hopeless mindsets regarding activities, recreations, and assignments. Now, there are many responsible adults that probably disagree with me there and might say that the rise of street gangs, as well as all the resulting negativity from those gangs, quite simply wasn't their faults. And I will answer that likely response by saying, well, those who are initially in control of the inner cities, which are usually moral, righteous adults, most certainly have a responsibility as a collective body to preserve, secure, protect, and provide community services, as well as to influence, motivate, and condition the youth of these such communities so that they will not come under bad influences or run afoul through behaviors. Then the whole gang life experience wouldn't seem as much a tempting proposition. But if those same righteous grown-ups continue to just stand by while their neighborhoods are laid to gang waste, then they'll care not, won't care, and don't give a care. Now, it's well known that all street gangs have already been established, so there's little chance that those gangs will disband regardless of the consequences or repercussions for their actions. Because many gang members have a type of tolerance which compels them to accept the bad things that they cause and surely are affected by. And this very fact certainly explains the never-ending cycle of gang-related crime, murder, and jail. And as long as many street gangs stay divided and rivaled, this particular ill trend will continue to happen. For division and strife between street gangs or other organized groups may always result in confliction. So, my friends, if joining or becoming a member of a street gang means you will automatically make enemies in other rival gangs, then I propose that all street gangs of every affiliation merge their numbers into one whole gang in order to forever remove the animosity and conflict amongst rival street gangs. Then this new consolidated hope organization would be like a functioning body in which its systems of parts are working together rather than working against itself. And no operating body would intend harm on its intricate system of moving parts or pieces. So if all street gang members value their bodily parts, it makes complete sense for these gangbangers to safeguard, preserve, and protect themselves within this type of organized, comprised system. Okay, if most or all street gangs agree to my proposed combining plan, I can certainly guarantee them more of a national or global-wide lasting peace. If these gangs also get on board with my unification ideal, they'll still get to keep their set names, flags, and colors, which will indicate the prospective variety of this quality organization. If these street gangs can come along with me on my proposal, I can offer them alternative methods for resolving differences due to bad blood or ill feelings, such as tough man and tough woman competitions, mixed martial arts tournaments, and boxing matches that are more civilized than resorting to the worst types of extreme violence, which brings about fatality. And if these gangs choose my option for their collective solidarity, they will not draw as much attention from law enforcement agencies as they did before. Think about it. What brings the cops out quicker than gang brawls, drive-by shootings, and straight-up rival gang murders? And gang activity such as this labels particular parties involved as the lawless of society. So you know that police authorities are going to do their best to enforce their mandate policies for prevention with regard to serious crimes such as these. And you definitely know that these cops aren't sent out to make life any easier for profiled characters that openly admit to being a part of a street gang. Now, you could envision the blending of those street gangs into one structural, much like one would of a very big tree with different color branches. And this tree, which has large and smaller branches of colorations, is a representation of the sizes of each gang. Oh, and for some gang members that think they'll have even greater strength in numbers for purposes of intimidation, terrorizing, and preying on the weak, should know full well that the old street gang way of sending those type of messages isn't my intention for this proposed united, because I'm not trying to start some vastly criminal organization, my friends. Now, this new organization will not be called a gang because that is a stereotypical label, but each specific gangs can still refer to each other as they did before. Stay tuned for part 4 of my gang series. Thank you for tuning in.